So if you want, I can start us off. My name is Oscar. I'm an organizer with Houston in Action. This is part of our GenHTX groups, and we're actually very excited to be working with HISD in our collaborative efforts. We were discussing around our work around census and voter engagement. So as an organizer, my role is mainly to facilitate and collaborate with all the amazing organizations that we work with. So I'm just gonna start calling out some folks who are in the space today. Our role with GenHTX is to help the communities fight systemic barriers, not allow our undercounted communities to not have a full civic life. And what we want to do is to ensure that we have a systems change mentality in the way that we approach our work, and we connect all these different organizations, community organizers, communities of color, to participate not only in the elections, but participation in the community. And so with us today, we actually have these amazing 10 different organizations who are here who can talk a little bit about what they do. And yeah, I'll just give it back to, hand it back to y'all. Thank you so much for participating. I'm gonna pass it on. I know that Louis had to jump off early, so maybe if Louis wants to kick us off, and then want to call on the next person who would like to introduce themselves.
Of course. Thank you, Oscar. So everybody, my name is Louis Bedford, and I work with the Election Protection Program with the Texas Civil Rights Project. Election protection is going out into the community to ensure all eligible voters get to cast a ballot that counts and to stop voter disenfranchisement before it happens. We focus on expanding access to the ballot, empowering our grassroots allies, and working to fight voter suppression in as many ways as possible. Now, voter suppression could take many forms, everything from stopping you from registering to vote to making sure you can't vote on election day. In order to stop voter suppression, we have to overwhelm the system as much as we possibly can, and that can't be done without everyone being involved. Also, like, if Texas actually cared about people voting, the entire election system would be incredibly different. So I just want to make sure that I'm a part of this conversation in order to find the best way possible to change the voting structure in this state, because the reason why voting is difficult is in order to institutionalize systems of power and just keep on disenfranchising other people. And I just want to make sure that we're continuing to uplift people of color, people from different and diverse communities. And I'm going to call on Gloria to go next.
Yeah, Louis, and also if people want to reach out to you to get more information, if you want to just tell them how they can contact you, and then we could put the contacts in the chat portion. And
of course, I'm going to, well, my email address is Louis Bedford, first name, last name, at texascivilrightsproject.org. Also, if you go into the Texas Civil Rights Project website, you can find my name, phone number, and email address all on that website, and it will be readily available. And thank you very much, Chris, for putting it in the chat. Gloria, over to you.
Hi everyone, my name is Gloria and I'm here representing Mi Familia Vota. So what we do, I'll just cover a little bit so Davin and Deborah have a little bit more to cover if that's possible. So we focus on voter engagement as well, as long with making sure we have the youth getting involved civically. So right now we're doing a youth engagement summit that we're coming up with on July, I believe. So we're going to focus on an array of issues that directly affects the youth, and everything is planned out by the youth and led by the youth. I will drop down the link to see is it visible in the recording, so people can join and like fill out the form if they are able to, or if they care to be involved with MFE.
We'll make sure to add the links to the post.
Okay, I'll drop it down on the chat then. But is Deborah on the chat? I'll go ahead and go over to her. Sorry.
Good evening, everyone. I'm actually really excited that everyone's here, especially as it is storming outside. So hope you're all in safe places as well. So like she said, my name is Deborah. I'm representing Mi Familia Vota as well. And she kind of mentioned that we do voter education as well, and we do voter registration. We are a civic engagement organization, but on top of that, we do census work and we do youth development work. So 70% of individuals that are under the age of 30 are people of color. And by 2022 or so, that'll be 30% of the population in the state of Texas. So like almost a third of the entire state of Texas will be people of color and predominantly Latino. So I work with 15 to 24-year-olds and develop a culturally competent voter education program, summer programming, census programming, and all of that. So Davin, I'm gonna pass it to you so you can add your salt and pepper to what I said.
So yeah, my name is Davin Sanchez. I'm representing Mi Familia Vota, and those two basically hit it on the head. What we do, youth engagement with census and voting work, and we do a lot more than that, workshops and everything like that. But yeah, it's an amazing thing that we're doing. I really love talking to the youth, having them realize the power they have in the community, even at a young age. So if you want to stop by, guys, I hope to see y'all soon. Okay, so I'm gonna pass it on to Jenny.
Okay, Jenny Claycomb. So I work with Amigos de las Americas. We are a youth development organization. So our headquarters are here in Houston, which is where we were founded all the way back in the 60s. But we are pretty spread out now, actually. But we have a number of students that we still serve every year in Houston. And so pre-COVID, we did international exchange programming with Latin America. So both with US students going down into Latin American countries and then vice versa, students from Latin American countries coming up to the US. And obviously that's not happening quite the same way any longer. So we're actually pivoting into some interesting virtual programs this summer that we hope to carry forward, through the future, which is actually an opportunity to serve more students and communities. And then we're also transitioning into US-based programming. So for GAP programs where students would do internships. And so I think actually this is a cool call for me to be on for Amigos, in that we're looking for partner agencies. So for our GAP students that do sort of longer placements, they each work with different on different social issues throughout the US. So we're looking for US-based partners now that we're doing this sort of programming. So nice to meet everybody. I'll put my email here, and I actually work in our fund development section. So I don't do the programming stuff so much, but happy to relay any ideas to our programs team. And I need to pass it on to somebody. Lisa, how about you?
Hey y'all, hope you had a great time at the summit. My name is Lisa Sargent, and I'm the Census and Civic Engagement Coordinator for Texas Freedom Network. There's a program inside of our nonprofit called Texas Rising, and we work to build the power of young people across the state, on college campuses specifically, but also high schools and the community at large. And we work on a range of different issues, from immigration to environmental justice, a lot of things. So most of the work that we do is voter engagement and voter registration, but now we've extended our efforts to census outreach. And so some opportunities we have coming up is Civics Y'all, which is a digital organizing program that we've kicked off this summer to train people, young people specifically, on how to do a wide range of things like calling your local officials, setting up petitions, things like that. And then each of those weeks we have a digital action. And we also have a summer institute where, again, folks can get trained, talk to candidates that are I guess, coming up for this election. And then we also have ways that you can join when you go to college. We have a lot of different chapters across the state. So I'll go ahead and drop the website for our organization down below. It's texasrising.org. So txrising.org. Again, you can contact me personally at lisa@tfn.org. And I'm glad to be here. Thanks, y'all. I'll kick it off to Andres.
Thank you, Lisa. Hi, everybody. My name is Andres Hijamel from United We Dream. United We Dream is the largest immigrant youth-led network in the country with over 800,000 members, 100 local groups and communities nationwide, and a digital outreach of 5.2 million people. Through our history, we have focused on empowering and shaping the next generation of leaders, and we have directly trained over 70,000 youth people of color in organizing. We understand and we know that those closest to the pain are those who understand and live and experience the conditions that we are facing. And also we know that we're the closest ones to the solution that puts our people first. There's a lot of ways that you can get involved with United We Dream, and one of those is Summer of Dreams. What Summer of Dreams is a summer program that is created for youth who are personally impacted by the current immigration system, as immigrants themselves or as children of immigrants. The program will be digital and run for 3 weeks from June 13th to June 31st. And it is focused on empowering undocumented people, refugees, people of color, the LGBT community, and allies with an age range of 15 to 26. Students will be able to learn about the history of the social justice movement, to understand better the political movement we are in, and get pulled into this grassroots organizing deal, right? Our program will include different ways of learning, such as activism, music, and holistic wellness. To get more information about us, you can text UWD Texas to 877-877. You can email me personally, but we'll be also dropping all the links on the comments. Thank you very much, and I will be passing it on to Leslie with Jolt.
Hello, everyone. Yes, like Andres said, I'm Leslie. I'm the census organizer at Jolt. And just to tell you a little bit about our organization, we are a nonprofit organization that increases the civic participation of Latinos in Texas to build a stronger democracy and ensure that everyone's voice is heard. We know that our democracy works best when everyone gets a seat at the table. And that's why at Jolt, we're building the leadership capacity of millennial Latinos to mobilize their peers to action. So at Jolt, we do a lot of everything, really. We're organizing year round. We work heavy on voter registration, voter education, and we have as well been doing census work for a couple of months now. We want to make sure that Texas is a space where everyone, no matter what color, ethnicity you are, where you come from, gets a seat at the table and is heard, right? We organize around issues like healthcare, immigration, student debt, and social justice. And there's definitely a lot of actions you can get involved in. We have weekly volunteer hours on Wednesdays, right after this at 6 p.m. every week. So there's definitely ways to get involved. And, you know, we need volunteers. So if you have interest in any of these issues or just want to bring change to Texas, you can go ahead and sign up the link that I'm about to put on the chat. And again, my name's Leslie. I'm with Jolt. And Gabrielle, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself and maybe like add a little bit onto that if I might have missed something.
That was perfect. My name is Gabrielle, and I am the voter registration manager for Jolt. I would just like to add that one of the ways that we help empower, whoa, that was really loud. One of the ways that we help empower young Latinos is by our story and our narrative. And so, yeah, we hope you guys join us. And then Leslie's going to drop the link in the chat. And I hope you guys will join us.
Do you want to pass it on, pass it on to Ray?
Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Ray Shackelford with the Houston Area Urban League. Nationally, we are the second oldest civil rights organization in the country, actually turning 110 years old. This year, here in the Houston area, we've been serving since 1960, and we support the community in the areas of housing, education, workforce development, workforce training, economic development, and health. And so we have a variety of programs and services that our agency provides. We also have 2 volunteer auxiliaries, both the Guild and the Young Professionals, that support the Urban League through advocacy, fundraising, volunteerism, and leadership development. We have an opportunity for you guys to engage with us coming up on this Monday. We're partnering with Baker Ripley and TMO to do a phone banking training. I'll drop the links for our organization so that you can connect with us. But we'll be able to train you guys. You can phone bank for your respective communities and make sure that you are getting the word out about the census so that your community can make sure they are counted and say yes to the census.
Thank you so much, Ray. And I'm not sure if Gina, if you had any questions or any thoughts. Sorry, Jenny, if you had any questions or thoughts of the folks who are here presented, see if there's any way to connect.
Oh, not specifically. I mean, it's great to hear about all the amazing things that are going on, and I hope that, I mean, the programmers have or for this event have a way to get these opportunities out to students. I mean, what we've been hearing from students, you know, across the board is that they're looking for things to do. I know there's some virtual fatigue right now, but I think, I mean, from what I've heard from you guys, these are some really great opportunities that students can get involved with. So I hope that HISD can help, you know, connect you with some of their students right now.
Awesome. So from Houston in Action, we do appreciate all our members who were able to join us and to participate. If you want more information on Houston in Action, you could also go to our website at houstoninaction.org. All the folks around the calls are also supporting us with our efforts around census. And one of the big pushes that we have right now is to ensure that our communities get counted and properly funded. If you want more information about what we're doing around census, you can go into houstoninaction.org / communities respond. That's houstoninaction.org / community respond. So I want to thank everyone for your time. Thank you for participating, for jumping in. I want to hand it to Chris to see if he wanted to close off, and then.
I think that's everything. Yeah, I appreciate everybody's time and energy and being here, and I can't wait to assemble everybody again for a similar kind of discussion, especially for the voter work that's ahead. I know there's going to be a lot of questions that people have coming down to vote by mail and to you know, early voting, and even like how we have an election in the midst of a pandemic. And yeah, I know that y'all are the minds that are helping get the word out about a lot of that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this again soon.
All right, thank you all for your time. We really appreciate it. Thank you all for your work and effort, and we want to continue doing our work, and we'll see how we will move forward. So y'all have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and I'll catch y'all up next time.